Hey, shalom, shalom. First and foremost, when they give all praises and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rachakodash, double honors to the apostles and elders of the great millstone, blessings unto the hopeful and sincere elect. Just a quick one, well, as quick as it can be, through the Holy Spirit. Just doing this inspired, or in the inspiration through Apostle Elder Orion Love's modern or latest sit down, prequel to the harlot, and the birth of America, basically the second Roman leg of the empire, or Rome 2.0, as brothers would call it, from ancient Rome that fell, 2,000 years ago, the time of our Lord Yahweh Shai, when he was on the scene, not too long after his departure, around 30 or 40 years later. Rome fell around 96 AD, when Jake started ruling, and took over the pagan Roman Empire, and it became the Holy Roman Empire, basically just to show you that, history is taking its course and prophecy is still taking place to this day. And Rome, modern day Rome, which represents America, aka Babylon the Great, that harlot that sitteth upon many waters, is going to suffer the same fate as their predecessors of ancient Rome, the pagan Roman Empire, because it's but one and the same, part of the same beast system. It's just been so-called refreshed, if you will, or resurrected, from the ancient pagan Roman Empire to what it is now, being the beast system and the harlot that sitteth upon many waters, a representation of America. And it goes back off that precept from Revelation 13 about the deadly wound that was healed, showing you that America was revived, the eighth head that came up out of the seven. That beast system was revived from the ancient Roman Empire, or from Europe, the bottomless pit. So, and the same reasons why ancient Rome fell is one of the reasons why modern day Rome, America, is going to fall as well. And I got an article here from the history.com channel. This is 8 reasons why Rome fell. And let's just read one or two of them. It says invasions by barbarian tribes. That's the Germanic tribes that was taking over, that was fighting and taking down the legions, the Roman legions, and their armies. You got films or modern day documentaries on series like Boudica, or Boudica, if I'm saying the name properly, one of the Germanic tribes that was messing up, or fighting the legions, Roman legions, and destroyed their armies, going back to when they tried to invade Britain, basically Great Britain. You had the Germanic tribes that was fighting against the Roman legions and taking them out, and you also had the Germanic tribes that was fighting the Roman legions in the movie The Eagle, and they show you how the legions of armies was getting taken out by those warrior tribes, the invasion of barbarian tribes. And then you've got the economic situation, which is one of the main catalysts of America's downfall right now, because you got these economic woes that are going on regarding the dollar, the American dollar, and this power that is losing power on the world reserve currency scene. And you got other counterparts like the BRIC nations, Brazil, Russia, India, China, and South America, and others as well included, that are banding up together to create basically their own monetary system and omit the American dollar, to get rid of the American dollar, because it's losing its power economically. It says economic troubles and over-relevance on slave labor, the rise of Eastern Europe, or Eastern Empire, which that was the Byzantine Empire that Jake took over from the Western Roman Empire to the Eastern Roman Empire, or what they call the Holy Roman Empire, that was ruled by Jake. As I said, it started from like 96 AD from a guy called Nerva, but they make reverence to 326 AD, the time of Constantine and all that. But Jake was ruling before that, and Septimius Severus, and his line as well, the Severian line. But Jake was ruling before that, from the time of like Nerva, and you had Hadrian as well. He was the first British emperor to take over the UK, and he was a so-called black man, Hadrian, and he built Hadrian's Wall over here in the UK. So Jake was ruling, and they took down the Western Roman Empire at that time, whose deadly wind would be healed after 1,000 years. So that was the downfall of the ancient Roman Empire back then, for 1,000 years, as I said. And then the Holy Roman Empire went down, and Esau, started to rise back up through something called the Renaissance. Which we're going to read that anyway in Revelations 20 in a sec. But then point 4 says overexpansion of military overspending. And Esau, America right now, they're well known for overspending, especially when it comes to military and overexpansion, man. They got their armies spread thin all around the four winds of the earth. They got garrisons all around the four winds of the earth, man. And that costs money. That shit ain't cheap, to maintain. So that's definitely going to be one of the reasons Esau right now through America is going to, go downhill from overexpansion and military overspending, spreading themselves thin, so to speak, worldwide. And them not having the protection that's needed when it's all said and done. Because all these other armies have got the nuclear might as well. They got nuclear capabilities like Iran, Russia, China. So America's not the only threat on the face of the earth anymore. So that's going to come back to biting them on the arse from spreading their armies so thin and wide around the four winds of the earth. Government corruption and political instability. And you already know America's well known for corruption. Government corruption and political instability. The whole political system's falling to shit. And no one trusts in the American government no more. That's why they put guys like Sleepy Joe Biden in the office just as a front, as a face, but showing you how destroyed America's become, how destabilized and unstable America's become, man, politically wise, because everyone used to, reverence America regarding their political, parties, the Democratic parties, conservative parties, whatever, basically democracy. Everyone used to reverence America for that, but now everyone's seen that democracy is not working out for no one's favor other than America. And even in America, democracy is failing because you got guys, as I said, Sleepy Joe that's in office right now, that's totally just effed up the whole economy of America. And then, but then you got guys like Bush that was in, past times, President Obama, Clinton, from all those different presidents up until the waste man that they got in office right now. You can see how, how degraded and how fallen America has become as a political power on the earth, even with your guy Trump. Trump's not really even a politician. He's more of a businessman, shrewd businessman, and they put him in office. So that just shows you how unstable America's become. It's really become a form of entertainment for the world. Verse point 6 says the arrival of the Huns and the migration of the barbarian tribes. Right now, even you got an influx of immigrants coming in all around from China, and from the border as well, Mexican borders and all that. The influx of immigration that's taken over the cities of America, and it's showing that America's economy is becoming unstable. They can't, deal with the influx of numbers of people that are coming into their territories, into their cities, and now they have to make makeshift camps. Put people in them internment camps very soon because of the over influx of immigration or immigrants in the city. All those immigrants, of thousands upon thousands that they're sticking in them hotels. They're going to be, most of them are basically like militia, part of those different mercenary groups, militias that Esau's going to use to basically bring terror to the shores of America, man. Like a home invasion of domestic terrorism is going to be by way of those different immigrants that Esau's bringing in through the borders and all that, because they're going to be used as, in the time of martial law against American citizens, and there's going to be all kinds of seditions growing from that in and amongst those different classes of people in the near coming future, in the time of Jacob's trouble, man. So that's definitely a point of the fall of America, aka Rome 2.0 as well. Christianity and the loss of traditional values in America was so-called once God-fearing, but now they're totally immoral. They're totally immoral. There's no such thing as, Christian values or whatever in America no more. It's all about do as thy will. That's why it's called the land of confusion, Babylon the Great, which in the Hebrew the word is Babal, which means the land of confusion. Because that's what America promotes, the land of opportunity to worship and do as thy will. That's really the MO of America, by any means necessary and all that, but all kinds of wickedness and idolatry and evils that are multiplied in that place. So that's definitely one of the reasons why that place is going to fall, America, because the influx of atheism as well. No one, Americans don't really believe in the Most High no more, other than the elect. They don't really believe in the Most High. Everything's about the pound of the, their God is the dollar, basically. They put it that way. It says weakening of the Roman legions, right? And that goes into the armies of being spread thin. Also in Esau, and even when you look at Esau's armies today, the American army, a lot of the a lot of their soldiers, which they're putting in there right now, they're not even fully trained properly to be part of no military. A lot of them are out of shape. They got a lot of women, being recruited into the army as well, which is that's definitely a downfall. That's definitely a thumbs down for setting up a military to fight all these different combatants worldwide. You got women in your army. That's a straight thumbs down. That's showing you how degraded and destroyed America's become. And as I said, if you check out the photos of some of their soldiers, a lot of them, they're obese. They're lacking performance and all of that. But Esau just wants the numbers, basically, because the time is running short for them, and they know that World War III is definitely on the scenes right now, so they need the numbers. But America's army is definitely, on the physical insight is not up to par, not like the Russian armies in China and all of that. But they got the military might in regards to weaponry and that nuclear capability. They've got that. They're still one of the number one armies on the earth, because that's what they spend most of their money on. But that's why World War III is going to be so devastating and destructive, because all these nations, the main powerful nations like Russia, China, and America, it's going to be a clash of the titans regarding WMDs, the nuclear warfare. So that's why the earth is going to roll to and fro like a drunkard from all the impact of those nuclear weapons being blasted upon the earth. So anyway, the fall of Rome 2.0, Rome, it represents America today. It carry the same customs and the same ideologies as ancient Rome. And this is a couple precepts right here going into that. It's Revelation 17. And I'll start from 7. And the angel said unto me, wherefore didst thou marvel? I will tell thee the mystery of the woman, which the woman represents America, and the beast that carrieth her, which represents the NATO and the EU, which have the 7 heads and 10 horns, which is the whole beast system of European counterparts, representing NATO and the EU. So the beast that thou sawest, and is not. So like I read it again. And the beast that thou sawest was, and is not, which is what I'm reading about right now, Rome 1.0, should I say. The fall of the ancient Roman Empire, the example of the 8 reasons why it fell. This is talking about that fall. It says, and I shall ascend out of the bottomless pit, because it got revived after 1,000 years, doing something called the Renaissance. And that's when these devils came back into power, through the papacy in Spain and all of that, through Europe. That's how Esau regained power, but it was able to come back into the power seat, basically, after 1,000 years of not ruling in the earth, because Jake was ruling at that time, during the Byzantine Empire, or the medieval times as they call it. It says, and go into perdition. Yeah, that's America. So America is going to send out of the bottomless pit and go into perdition, which is currently happening right now. This is showing you that Rome was revived through the Renaissance period, Rome 2.0, aka Babylon the Great, and is getting ready to go into perdition, ready to be destroyed. Because America is not the kingdom of heaven, man. It's really the kingdom of hell on earth. You know, it says, and they that dwell on the earth shall wonder, whose names are not written in the book of life from the foundation of the world, when they behold the beast that was and is not and yet is. Yeah, the beast that was is the ancient Roman Empire, the pagan Roman Empire, the Western Roman Empire, and is not, that fell for 1,000 years, and then it became the Eastern Roman Empire, or the Holy Roman Empire under Jake for 1,000 years, and then and yet is, because it fell and it got revived through the Renaissance, and now you have America as the main head of the beast system, or the harlot that sitteth upon many waters, showing you that Rome was revived all over again and is ready to go into perdition, ready to be destroyed. It says, and here is the mind with which have wisdom, the 7 heads, 7 mountains are on which the woman sitteth, and the 7 heads are the 7 mountains on which the woman sitteth, and there are 7 kings, 5 are fallen, and 1 is. And that 1 is was talking about the ancient Roman Empire, and that was ruling at that time, but then fell. And then the other is not yet come, which was Great Britain. It says, and when he cometh, he must continue a short space. Yeah, and that was Great Britain, because America was revived out of the 7th head, which was Great Britain. You know, the 5 that were fallen: Spain, Greece, France, German Minor, German Major, and then you had Rome, and then Great Britain.